Oh, right, you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. I do have some very interesting information for you today. And I will come on the record and say that my boyfriend is my soulmate, but I need to find out, do I love him? And maybe you guys can help me decipher that. So I do quickly want to say that I have merch available for you guys. Please tag me in your photos. I want to see you repping these here laptop cases for the Holly Intelligence Agency. They're now available on my website for $50 each. So, today is Valentine's Day, February 14th. This is the holiday where men will buy their women flowers or give them chocolates, take them on a romantic date. I think that my boyfriend is taking me out for dinner tonight. You just really never know. There's also those girls that will celebrate Galentines. So you go out with your gal pals, you stay in and you watch some movies. Everything is fake and gay now, so we don't really know what you could be doing on Valentine's Day. But since I will be spending Valentine's Day with my boyfriend, I wanted to dig into exactly what I am celebrating. And it's interesting that no one has ever dug into this before because every year Valentine's Day rolls around and we don't really know why. What is the history? What are the military ties? What is the genealogy? We're going to get into that today. Saint Valentine was a 3rd century Roman saint. And as a Catholic, Valentine's Day is known as the Feast of Saint Valentine since at least the 8th century. Saint Valentine is actually the patron saint of epilepsy and, get this guys, beekeepers. This is really suspicious because, as you know, a couple months ago, I uncovered a connection between bees and the socialist, communist, evil, underground, satanic people of the world trying to get your kids in the public schools. Yeah, really interesting, isn't it? No one ever talks about this. I have also confirmed with my sources that the relics of St. Valentine's, well, I guess I have to say allegedly, they lie at the Romicure Gare in France. This is very interesting because I've been discovering some of the secular ties that this holiday has to the French government. So let's put together a timeline. I have actually been digging into the history of Paris, including the genealogy, the military ties, how all of it connects. And I'm going to show you guys what I found because it's truly shocking. So St. Valentine was born approximately the year 225 AD and died 270 AD. And we don't really know this for sure because it was so long ago, but the Catholic Church includes them in its official list of saints, which is called the Roman Martyrology. The name Valentine itself derives from the word valens, meaning worthy, strong, powerful. And there's about 11 other saints with the name Valentine commemorated in the Catholic Church. This is interesting because America was attacked on September 11th. And that's also my boyfriend's birthday. So it's just really crazy how all these pieces are tying in together, that there's 11 other saints with the name Valentine. And America was bombed on 9/11, and my boyfriend was also born on 9/11. But that's not even the most crazy part. Just bear with me, guys. It gets even worse. So Saint Valentine that we're talking about, that everyone knows, for that we celebrate Saint Valentine's Day for, he was in the general Roman calendar for a simple feast until 1955, when the Pope at the time reduced all such feasts to a commemoration within another celebration. Sounds a lot like what they're trying to do to us today, right? Trying to take Christ out of Christmas, trying to take Christianity out of schools. Everything is fake and gay. You can't trust anything nowadays. This is why you need to take your children out of public schools. There is demons working in the school trying to get your children. Your children are the most important asset that they want. So you need to take your kids out of school right now. Like yesterday. It's real, guys. Moving on, many of the current legends that characterize St. Valentine were invented in 14th century in England. Notably, Geoffrey Chaucer and his circle, they had the feast of February 14th first become associated with romantic love. Okay, so let's get that on the table. The next year, that guy, Chaucer, traveled to Picardy as part of a military expedition. So he was actually in the military. This isn't a surprise to me because what kind of psychological operation was he involved in here? Was he trying to make Valentine's Day more of a commercial holiday where we all just end up buying all this stuff on Valentine's Day? Because that's what it's turned into. And I think that the military of England really pulled a psychological operation on us about this. I think that's really ridiculous. So relics of St. Valentine are scattered all throughout the globe. I guess I have to say allegedly because they're so old, we don't really know for sure. But alleged relics of St. Valentine, they currently, some of them, lie in the reliquary of France. By the way, speaking of relics and fossils, Ben Shapiro recently accused me of saying that dinosaurs aren't real. Guys, of course the dinosaurs aren't real. Are you kidding me? Why is it that every time we find a fossil or a dinosaur bone, it's only by these experts? Are you kidding me? Like, obviously dinosaurs aren't real. That's so suspicious. Why has no one ever dug up a dinosaur bone in their backyard? That makes no sense. So he's trying to attack me for that? No, I stand on that 100%. I will stand behind that, of course. Dinosaurs aren't real. Are you kidding me? It just makes no sense. It doesn't add up. It's not fitting in my timeline. Sorry. But during the Middle Ages, it was believed that birds paired mid-February. And this was then associated with the romance of Valentine. And although these legends differ, Valentine's Day is widely recognized as a day of romance and devotion. In Paris, in France, France is also known as the City of Love, as we know. But in 1815, Napoleon, or Napoleon in French, replaced the elected government of Paris with a prefect who reported directly to him. And he began erecting monuments to military glory. This includes the Arc de Triomphe. And he also improved the neglected infrastructure of the city, which sounds very socialist to me. Get that guy out of there. Next, during the Franco-Prussian War, Paris was besieged by the Prussian army, and following several months of blockade, hunger, and then bombardment by the Prussians, the city was forced to surrender on January 28, 1871. Why was a city of love involved in war? That makes no sense. And yet we still celebrate Paris as a city of love. And that really just does not add up in my timeline, because why would they be at war if they're supposed to be a city of love? It's not adding up for me. But that's not even all. I received an email from my sources with the following information, and they've chosen to remain anonymous. But I have fact-checked it, me and my team, and it is 100% true. In August 1944, when visiting Paris, Hitler chose to stay on the ground. And when the Allies were nearing Paris in 1944, Hitler ordered General Dietrich Wolff-Schultitz, the military governor of Paris, to demolish the tower along with the rest of the city. The general disobeyed Hitler's order. We're living in the Matrix, guys. How does this all add up? It doesn't. It's not fitting in my timeline. Okay, this is a great point to stop and do some ad breaks. So buy some skincare. You don't want to look like an ugly hag. You need to not get an abortion or you're evil, going to hell, along with Turning Point USA, who literally killed Charlie Kirk. They're all going to hell. So don't get an abortion if you don't want to be with them in hell. Also, buy this coffee, buy this meat that's been genetically engineered to be wonderful. Your house could get stolen out from under you if you don't give me money. And my sponsor, buy a new phone plan, buy a new tax consultant. And when you do all this, I get money, so please do it. I've also confirmed with my sources, because I brought up the French government, they're planning to sue me again on top of the lawsuits they already have on me for sharing this information with you. That's crazy. We're truly living in the Matrix, guys, because why would the French government be trying to sue me for sharing the truth? That's all I want to do, is get the truth out there. Valentine's Day is supposed to be a holiday of love, but with all these connections with St. Valentine, Paris, the city of love, the military, it's not connecting. I can't make sense of it. It's crazy. If you have any more information, please email my tips email. Please don't send me anything but the tips. We have a very small team, and it's really annoying when you email me things that are not directly helpful to my episodes. So please only give me information that I can use in my show. It's really annoying when you email me to that email. without being a really helpful tip. Just saying. Now, to close this out, we are getting very close to figuring out if I love my boyfriend. But before we close it out, I'm going to read some of the comments. Thank you for all the work you're doing, Holly. I'm thinking of taking my kid out of public schools. Should I do it? Yes, guys, all of the schools, not just public, private, charter schools, public, every single school, homeschool group, online school, every single school is infiltrated by the communist, socialist, evil, satanic people. They're all trying to get your children. Take your kids out of school. I don't care if you work 2 jobs. I have this show and I'm homeschooling my kids. You can make it work because you don't want them to be brainwashed. And you want them to learn this type of history that they're not going to learn in schools. Please take your kids out of public schools. They want your children. They want your children, and you have to take them out of school. We are living in the Matrix. Thank you, Holly, for getting to the bottom of this. Christ is king. Yes, Christ is king indeed. We need to make sure that we do not give up the fight. Thank you for standing with me in the truth, because I'm just trying to get to the truth. Why do you need to make an episode investigating this if it is a matter in your personal life? Exactly. That's all I want to do, guys. I just want to find out if I love my boyfriend. So anyway, I'm running late to my book club. We're going to have to wrap it up. Guys, I just want to know if I love my boyfriend. We're getting very, very close. And I can share with you now, I have my lawyer's permission that I pay so much money, that I can now share that tomorrow I'm going to have some bombshell information that's going to change everything in figuring out if I love my boyfriend. Please be sure to tune in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.